Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and before we get started, let's get today's shout out of the way. Today's shout out goes to Roadkill. Roadkill was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and that's what's in this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a neat new aircraft for review. This is the WLToys A120-A380. It is a flying scale model of the A380 Airbus. That's pretty cool, folks. How's it do this? How's it controlled? It's 3-channel control, by the way, I forgot to mention. And 3-channeled without rudder. What it uses is differential thrust of the motors to turn right or left for yaw control. But it does also have pitch control through actual elevators on the back here. Now it has 2 pitch horns, or pitch rods and pitch horns going to each one of the elevators. Let me show you that. But they are not independent. They move in concert with each other, so they're, you know, you're not going to see differential pitch on the elevators, is what I'm trying to say. Again, I did mention it's stabilized, I believe. And what that means is, folks, with stabilization, it makes it very easy for beginner pilots to fly this airplane. If you take off and you get phugoid oscillations, this will automatically dampen out those phugoid oscillations through adjustments of the motors, along with adjustments of pitch on the elevator there. Additionally, the gyros will not allow the aircraft to roll over or pitch over into, for a crash. To keep it nice and steady for beginner pilots. Now, of course, you can turn that off with the controller by simply pressing this button here, and that will allow you to do loops with this aircraft. Now, I am very doubtful. It says in the instructions this could do loops, but I am very doubtful of that. We'll find out today. And the reason being, it has little 0720 motors on here, 0720 brush motors that are pushing this big airplane, and I don't know if that is enough thrust to be able to do loops with this airplane. But it is powered by a 300 milliampere hour 3.7 volt battery, which goes in the belly right there. And then you plug it in, close it up, and it has an on-off switch, which you can activate right there to turn it on and off. Additionally, what you get in the box, you get the instruction manual, which is in Chinese and English throughout. You get the controller. And one thing about the controller, let's go over it. I'm going to turn it on. It automatically binds with the aircraft when you plug the battery in, but you give it throttle with this stick here. It does not have yaw control on the left stick, but instead the yaw control is on the right stick, since this is a 3-channel. And you can move the yaw right or left, turn the aircraft right or left by moving this stick here. And you can pitch the aircraft up or down by moving this stick here. The throttle control is for climbing. You don't use elevator for climbing, folks. It's a common misconception. You want to climb, you give it more throttle, and the aircraft should climb. And if you want to descend, you gradually reduce the throttle, and the aircraft will be coming downward. The button on the upper right here is for expert mode. You press it quickly like so, and this light will be flashing here, and that tells you you're in expert mode, which will allow the aircraft to exceed its angle limit, so you can do those loops. And I'm going to try to do a loop. And the way I'm going to try to do the loop is I'm going to put it into a steep dive to get some speed, and then pull back, or steep dive, give it full throttle, and then pull back on this stick here, and hopefully that will give us enough oomph to complete a loompa with this airplane. Oompa loompa. Okay, what else do you get in the box? You get a charger here to charge that 300 milliampere hour battery, a 3.7 volt battery. You get a spare set of propellers, and you get this screwdriver, and this screwdriver is for installing the wing. The way this comes out of the box, folks, is this wing is disattached from the aircraft to provide a smaller box to reduce the cost of shipping. And the way you build this aircraft is you just snap this wing into place after plugging in there's a wire, circuit wire that goes into the flight control board from the and attaches to the motors, and powers the motors, and you have to plug that in first before inserting the wing. And then there's a little screw right there that you use the screwdriver to attach the wing. So I think that's about it, folks. Let me turn this off. Let's take this out in the field and see how it flies. So I hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and we are out at one of my favorite flying fields, getting ready to fly the A120, also known as A380 Airbus. But to start this up, let's turn it on, turn the on-off switch on, and I already have the battery inserted, so it should be ready to go. And turning on the transmitter. Now, I was wrong about the way this binds. You do need to get, oh, I am right. It automatically binds. So I thought I was wrong, but I'm not. Okay, let's point it in this direction for takeoff. We're going to go, this will be our runway. Let's see if we can get into the air in that amount of time, or in that amount of space. So giving it throttle and hoping it takes off. Well, what do you know? Boy, it flies nice. It flies very nicely, folks. I am surprised. I thought that little 720 motors would not work well with this, but this is flying like a dream. Very smooth flyer. Nice turns on it. Let's bring it down low, see if I can get it close to us. This is a wonderful flyer. Excellent for beginners. I can tell you that right now, the way it's flying. Okay, I hardly have any throttle on it and won't allow it to stall. Wonderful flyer. I am surprised. You know, you'd think something like this would be real sluggish and an awful flyer because it would be heavy, but it's not heavy. That foam, that EPP foam is not heavy at all. Okay, I am going to try to get it up to go higher. Giving it more throttle, actually. Let's get it up higher. The reason being, I want to try those loops. Now this supposedly has a 200-meter range, so I don't need to worry about range. Turning it around, and I'm going to press that button. Are we blinking? We're blinking. So we should be able to do a loop. Coming around, full throttle. Down and up. And there we go. I did the loop. I did 2 loops. I was wrong about those 720 motors. They got more than enough power to loop this thing. Let's see if I can bring it down lower now. I'm going to keep it in expert rate because it flies well in expert rate too. Now, it won't let you roll over. Okay, I'm giving it full roll here in expert rate. But it will allow it to pitch over, so keep that in mind. Full throttle. And coming around. I am still in expert rate. Full throttle. Down and up. And over. See if I can do that close in, does. Oh wait, we went through the sun. We'll go the other way around and come toward us. Increasing throttle. Turning it around. Full throttle. Down and up. And over. Okay, let's fly it real close now. Wonderful plane, folks. WLToys and XK have done it again. You know, XK is the one that originated these 3-channel differential thrust planes with their A100 series, A1, or actually I think it was the Predator is the first one that came out. The best of the bunch, though, I really like, well, this one I like too, but the A100 SU-27 version, look at that thing turn. Let's show you what I'm doing here, folks. Diagonal on the stick, on the right stick, diagonal left and full pitch up. And this will turn on a dime. So you can fly this indoors, for those of you wondering. The others you can't. They need a lot, like the SU-27, that thing's fast. And that needs a large field to fly. But this one, yeah, you can fly this one indoors easily. Oh, it flies way like a bird. Very smooth flyer, perfect for beginners. I like this one out of the bunch for beginner flyers. This is the one for you folks. If you're a beginner pilot wanting to learn, you probably want this one. It's so well done. Good job, WLToys and XK. Okay, the battery's starting to feel a little weak. I'm needing to give it more and more throttle, so keep it in the air. We'll see. I'm flying until that battery goes out. Do I got enough power to do another loop, maybe? Giving it more and more throttle? I don't think so, but I'll try. That's about it. Try to bring it in close to do that. Turning and turning, turning, increasing throttle. Nope.
But you can't stall this plane. I'm trying my best to stall it, and you just can't. Those gyros do a good job. Those gyros do an excellent job of keeping this thing stabilized and in the air. But boy, yeah, I'm giving it more and more throttle, so that battery's getting weaker. Wonderful Airbus A380 plane from WLToys. Best of the bunch for beginners. Now, if you're an intermediate pilot, you want that A120 SU-27 model. That one is pretty spectacular. Look up my review on that if you haven't seen that already, folks. But the A100 SU-27, that's a great plane too, but you need a big field for that one. This one you don't. This one you can fly in a gym easily. You can easily fly this one in a gym or outdoors. I'm trying my best again to stall it, and it does not want to stall. Great plane, ain't it? Yeah, I know there's a lot of you drone pilots out there wishing to try fixed wing. This would be the best. Oh, okay. Couldn't complete that loop at that altitude. Let's see how well that EPP foam is. That EPP foam should be pretty disaster resistant. Reduce that throttle. But there we go. No scratch. Not a scratch on it. Ready to go again. How's that front landing gear there? Looked like it bent a little, but that's okay. So let's see if I can hand launch it. I haven't tried hand launching it yet. So, ready? Here we go. It doesn't like that. I pitched it up. I think I interfered with its gyro. Let me reset its gyro by restarting the airplane. And that should do it. We'll go over to it and turn it off, turn the controller off, turn it back on, put it on a flat surface, rebinding the controller up and down, and we got throttle. We're good to go. And let's try it again. This time I'll throw it in this direction. So there we go. But yeah, I'm needing to give it a lot more throttle here, so that battery is just about done. So we're going to call it quits here after this pass, because that battery is low. I'm at 80% throttle, and I don't want to kill that battery, so we're going to land it. I'm going to go around one more time and land it. Coming around, coming around, coming around, reducing throttle, reducing throttle, reducing throttle, and kerplop. So that'll be its flight time. The battery does not cut off on low battery. It just gets weaker and weaker until you're almost giving it full throttle. That's when you want to quit, folks. You don't want to burn out the battery. So keep that in mind. So that's the A120 A380, a scale model of the Airbus, a flying scale model of the Airbus. Really cool. I liked it. Perfect for beginners. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.